Hi guys, second time at this. The first time, excuse me, we've been burping and carrying on all night, and we're not usually doing all that, but just I don't know what we ate.
Yeah.
But the first time we made this video, we posted it and everything, and I went back to listen to it, and there was some crazy distorted sound at the very beginning, then there was no sound at all. So we're like, we gotta do this again.
Yeah.
It's got to be able to make sense. There we go. More in the middle. We are doing the childhood tag. We got this or heard about this from Mike B, James Caldwell, and some others. There's a lot of videos out there on them, and it was we decided it was so much fun, and it was so made us reminisce old days. We would try it ourselves. And Tori, were you going to ask the questions?
Yeah, I'll be asking questions.
Okay.
We'll back and forth answer.
And you know what we thought was interesting? It'll be interesting to look at the differences of childhood things because of the generational differences.
Yeah. Okay, first question. Where did you grow up?
I grew up in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, from birth to in my early 20s.
Me back and forth from Cali, Vegas, and Wisconsin. Mostly Vegas.
And born in California.
Yeah. Um, were you a good kid?
Oh no, no. I honestly cannot sit up here and say that. I used to fight all the time, boys, girls, you name it. I'd put the little thing in my shoulder and have them knock it off and all of that. I was constantly talking. Anytime my mother went to student parent teacher conference, I was always so afraid because I was going to get in trouble for talking. And my grades were C's, D's. And mostly because of my behavior.
Me, no way. I put the B in bad. Anything tantrums, crying over everything, cursing, anything you can
Tripping and then
name.
lay there. We had to make you get up on your feet. Yeah.
Anything goes here. Your worst punishment.
My worst punishment, as I remember, I was in the seventh grade, and one day it was spring, just getting up into spring, and we wanted to just be out of school. So my friends and I decided that we were going to skip out and go to lunch. We didn't have an open campus, and we didn't belong nowhere off the campus. We were only like 12, 13. And we had just a little bit of money. You know, some people had free lunch, so they had really a little bit of money. And we were in my area of town. My friends caught the bus to school. So I took them on this back road where nobody ever hardly drives. I'm always over there growing up. No cars hardly over there, anything. And as we are walking down this little street, all in the street, singing and loud and carrying on, um, we hear a horn blow. And I look over my shoulder, and it is my mother and
Oh
father
God.
in the car. My dad is standing outside the car. And so I am cold busted. So I'm like, hey. And they're like, my dad. So my friends are like, Joy's gonna get a whooping. You're gonna get a whooping. So I'm like, no, I'm not, but I did get a whooping. And one beat me, and the next one beat me, and I bet you I never skipped again. So.
I know that's right. Me, I thought it'd be fun to try dialing 911 and see what happens. I was about maybe 6 or 7. I dialed 911. I heard the lady say hello, and I quickly hung up. But little did I know that 911 will call you back, and my mother answered that time, and yeah, I got it after that.
Mhm.
What did you do during summer?
We played outside. We didn't have any cable TV in Milwaukee at that time. That didn't even come until I got to be 20, something like that, 21, something like that. And so we had 4 channels, 6, 12, Channel 4, and Channel 18, where they play like the old spooky movies or westerns and stuff. So we spent all our time outside after we did our little chores and things, especially on Saturday, because Saturday was cleanup day. Or we were down by my cousin in them house, and they lived in Hillside Projects. If you're from Milltown, you know exactly what and where I'm talking about. So we were down there an awful lot.
For me, Mostly in the house, watching TV. One summer I did have a really super good friend who lived right next door, and we were outside more than we ever been.
You see the difference? Outside, inside.
As best happiest child memory.
Oh yeah, that for me was taking my bike. I wanted to go down this little path. Everybody talked about. Have you ever been down? What I tell you the name of
Snake
it?
Hill.
Snake Hill, old Snake Hill, and I had not been down there, but everybody talked about it. And it's oh so fast and this and that. And I had just got my bike, so I asked my big brother to take me to Snake Hill because I know him and he had been there already. We wasn't really supposed to leave off the block. Then it kind of me and my sister stay around the block. But he did take me and it literally went down and it curved around like this. At the end of that street, the bottom of the street, there was a street that was busy, but not a real big thoroughfare type of thing, just like kind of a busy neighborhood street. So you had to be really careful. And so I rode it. I felt so free. The wind was blowing. At first, I was scared, but then I loosened up and I went with it. And when I got down to the end of the block, I had already planned I was going to turn the corner, which I did, and my bike fell, but still, it was fun.
That sounds like real fun.
Hmm.
For me, it was actually my first kiss. The next door neighbor boy, I lived next to him, said he wanted to kiss me, and I kind of had a crush on him, so I was like, okay. We went to the side of his house because on my side, my parents would like to keep the windows and doors and stuff open. Clearly, they would be able to see us, so we went on his side of the house.
Hmm.
And we pecked. It was nothing big, and we're like, oh, okay. Okay, let's go back to playing. We're like, okay, nothing happened.
But as it turned out, her dad and the little boy's father saw both of them. So
Yeah.
that's a whole nother story.
uh, favorite TV show?
Back in my day, like I said, we didn't have very many. We didn't watch too much TV, but we watched enough. Mine was Brady Bunch. I always love all those kids, and I wanted to have me that station wagon with the wood on the side. When I grew up, I told my parents I was gonna have 6 kids. I don't have 6 kids, but anyways, I love talk shows back in the day. Mike Douglas, Merv Griffin, Dinah Shore. You could see all the celebrities and Saturday Night Live. I used to love that.
For me, when I was real little, it was Lunette and Molly. Couldn't get enough. Rugrats and definitely Hey Arnold were my favorites. Okay. Favorite game?
Oh, red light, green light, yellow light, stop. I can't even say it to this day. Red light, green light, yellow light, stop. Now, if you don't know that game, there, or if you do, there's one person that's up at on one end of the street, and they have their back turned to everybody else, all us kids, and they say red light, green light, yellow light, stop, and they turn around, and if they catch you moving, you're supposed to freeze. If they catch you moving, then you're out. So we love that, and most especially we loved it because we would love to play it in the summertime when the street lights was just coming on. We had to be in front of the house, so it was a good game to play that was in front of everybody's house, and all the neighborhood kids would come and play, and then we just make it a big, crazy, wild game, running, bum rushing the people and all that.
Yeah. For me, again, inside the house, used to love Grand Theft Auto. Don't really play it now these days, but when I first started playing it, I was really, really into it.
And she used to love Nintendo. She used to play it
Yeah.
so much I would call her out the room, and her eyes would just literally be spinning around in her head
Right, playing so
until
long.
they to turn that mess off.
What's it say? Were you ever bullied?
I was bullied a bit, and I had one of those households, those southern households, where I was told if I don't fight so and so, then I'm gonna get a whooping when I got home. So it was like, do I want to take some licks or get a full on whooping? Well, ended up I did the fight, and I ended up being a really good fighter, hitting hard, and I wasn't wild, all the windmill stuff, but hitting hard and confronting anybody and putting a little thing on my shoulder for people or other people do that and knock it off. So I had that kind of a reputation. So, people kind of stayed off of me after that.
Me definitely being bullied. I was a nice kid, very talkative. fair skinned, so I got bullied for that. Definitely with the talking, like I'll just start a random conversation with people
Yeah,
and
you used
everybody
to.
looking at me like I'm
Well, we used to
crazy.
tell her, lay back in the cut, get to know the situation, whatever. But
Last question. Are you in contact with any of your childhood friends?
you know what? Unfortunately, I'm not because I left in Milwaukee in 1983. And I've been gone a long time. Went out to Las Vegas and lived out there for, oh my goodness, double digits of years. And came back for a little bit and went back and lived out in San Diego for about 6, 7 years. And back to Vegas I went. Now, crazy enough, I live in someplace I never thought about living, which is Michigan. I've been here about a year and some change. It's all right.
Uh, yeah, I'm in contact with a few people on
Oh, I'm
Facebook.
sorry. I didn't even say that I'm in contact. No, I'm not really. One of my friends I know is a pharmacist, so I see her and a couple of other people I've seen in Milwaukee in the past, and they're saying my first name and my maiden name, and a lot of times I don't even know who they are until they, they have to describe themselves. Where was I or where were they, and then I can remember. But no, I'm not in touch.
Yeah, like I said, for me, few people on Facebook. I'm kind of like over Facebook at this point. I kind of use it just for promotional things, but yeah, just a few people.
Yeah, and I did Facebook too at Facebook, and I was able to get in touch with people that way. But I teach, and I'm a principal, so what ends up happening is that the kids would always come on, and I'd have to friend them, and then my crazy family would be on saying and doing all kind of stuff, putting up videos. So I had to just shut it down because I got tired of going on and being visible, so I wouldn't have to chat up anybody. Which if I had known better, I would have made a second channel.
Yeah,
So it is what it is.
really.
All right, you guys. So that is the childhood tag. I really loved it. It made me get a chance to reminisce and
Yeah.
think of all those lovely, lovely times. Make a video of yourself.
Yeah.
Respond to this with a video. That'd be fun. You can comment. Let me know what was your favorite childhood happiest memory. And your worst punishment.
Yeah.
Give us a thumbs up. Subscribe. Thank you, and have
See
a
ya.
great day.